Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another 1/6 scale unboxing and review, this one from ThreeZero. And it is Tyrion Lannister from Season 7 of Game of Thrones. This is sold from Sideshow, and there are two editions that you can get. We have the regular edition here, but you can also get a deluxe edition, which does come with extra accessories, which would be the wood sigil war pieces. I knew I wasn't going to use them, so I saved a bit of money and just got the regular version, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. So like I said, this is sold on Sideshow.com, and the reason why I finally made the move to pick this up is because he was on the Sideshow Last Chance page, which means that they only have a few in stock left, and once they're gone, they are gone. So I picked them up, and I'm excited to review them here with you guys today. So looking at the box, it is pretty simple, just like the other figures that we've bought in the past. It's a black box with a matte finish and a lion sigil imprinted on the front and back of it. Looks really nice, simple, sleek. ThreeZero isn't going to spend a whole lot of money on art boxes like Hot Toys does, and part of that is to try and keep their price points in check. The size of this box is kind of funny because it's the same height as a normal art box, but it's maybe half the width, and to me it looks more like a box that a whiskey bottle comes in, or a scotch bottle, something like that. So just kind of a neat observation I had about that. It is a slip cover, and once you take that cover off, it does have a window display. As we take the figure out of the box, you can see he doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, thus not needing a huge box to come with it. But first impressions is he looks really good. I can't wait to get him out here and talk about him with you guys. But first, like always, let's get these accessories out and start with those. Before we do that though, if you would, please take a second, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't know what you're all waiting for. We have a lot of fun on this channel talking about Hot Toys, 6 scale figures, arcade 1-up machines, Funko Pops, NECA toys, movies that we love. So be a part of the watch and come have some fun with us. And don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when we're coming out with new videos. Alright, let's get going. Typically here at the Jedi Night's Watch, we start with the base that comes with the figure, but ThreeZero never supplies bases with their figures. It is something that they do to keep the price point down. They want to stay below that Hot Toys price point. So they don't have those with the figures. While their figures really do articulate well, their joints can be a bit looser than those of Hot Toys, so I would say more often than not, you would need a base more than you would with a Hot Toys figure, but it's not a big deal because you can easily find third-party bases on a bunch of different websites for a lot cheaper, and it's not really that much of a problem. Having said that, let's move on to the accessories that come with our Tyrion Lannister. And voila! Here we have the abundance of accessories that come with Tyrion. We have 3 extra pairs of hands. He does have the resting hands on the figure right now. We have a wine cup, a wine pitcher, and the hand of the queen. And that's it. No, he doesn't come with a lot, but I still think he comes with enough. I would have liked to see him come with some sort of weapon, his crossbow, but again, that was in Season 3. So in Season 7, he was the hand of the queen. He didn't really fight or have a whole lot of weapons. But yes, it would have been nice if they could have figured out a little bit more to put into this guy, especially for the price that we're paying. The price point is only $10 less than the Jon Snow figure, so it seems like we should be getting more, or that price point should be even lower. But let's take a look closer at all of the accessories. Starting with the wine cup, you can see it has some really nice detail on the base of the cup, nice spindle on the handle, and pretty good paint application. Does come with the wine pitcher, and this does open, so that's a cool touch. Has a nice weight to it and a good feel. I do like it a lot. Nice detail here, kind of like a seashell. Very nice handle there as well. And this little guy, got to be careful not to lose this. This is the hand of the queen pin, and that is pretty cool. For how small that is some really good detail. And this is magnetic. There's a small magnet on the back there, so you don't have to worry about actually pinning it to the figure. Just place it right on the shoulder and it sticks. Alright, so then he comes with tight-fisted hands, kind of, I guess like holding the cup hand, and then more of a, like this is the hand for the pitcher, and here's more of a gesturing open hand as well. So the paint application is a little flat compared to Hot Toys. It's more of a yellow than anything, which it's not terrible, but it's just not going to stand up to Hot Toys quality, and I guess it really shouldn't anyways. Hot Toys is the top of the line, and you're going to be paying more for those figures. But looking at this, you know, you can see some veins and some skin wrinkles. You got the fingernails and the knuckles. It's not too bad. You know, enough detail there. The fingers here are all one sculpt, if you can see, so they're actually connected. Not a huge deal, but it would have been nice if they were kind of individually sculpted. Outside of that, there's not much more to talk about. Those are the accessories he comes with, so let's get the figure out here and take a closer look. Here we have our first look at the Tyrion Lannister figure from Season 7 of Game of Thrones, and I think he looks great. I am very impressed. I really like the sculpted hair, and you even have some loose strands just kind of coming off there and kind of hitting him in the face. It's a really nice touch. I think the likeness to Peter Dinklage is spot on. You even have his scars here on the cheek, going through the nose and up on the forehead. The beard looks great. The paint application is okay. I think it's better than what ThreeZero has done in the past, but it still has that yellow hue to it, and I think there's some good details in the skin, but the color itself, the paint application, it doesn't stand up to what Hot Toys would. And here's the back of the figure and the profile. Tell me that's not Peter Dinklage. Tell me that's not Tyrion. And we can take the Hand of the Queen and put it right there. And as you see, it just holds to it. Now you do have to be careful when handling the figure. You can easily knock it off, and I wouldn't want you to lose it, so just be careful of that. The clothing itself, ThreeZero always does a great job on their clothing. They're known for that, but it's got a nice texture to it. These are like raised bumps, I guess, on the material itself. I'm not sure. It's not a pleather material. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what kind of material this is, but it's definitely not pleather. Alright, coming down to the midsection, we do have a rubber belt with a very nice belt buckle here. Really good texture to it, good detail. Really good detail on the belt itself. Got just a lot of designs going on in it. You can see the back of the shirt. And then we do have the open resting hands on the figure itself. You can take this shirt off, but there's really nothing to see underneath, so I'm not really sure why anybody would want to. But another cool thing here is if we look under the shirt, move that up for you. Under the shirt, they kind of broke off from the material that they have, and underneath is a cloth underarm, so that's going to help to lessen any damage for this material by, you know, having creases and whatnot. It's just cloth under there, and then they kind of just cut off the bottom here, so that you don't have to worry about that. So that was a really good idea, and that's going to help preserve the clothing of the figure. So really cool job by ThreeZero there. Coming down to the lower part of the figure, we can see we do have some nice cloth pants here, and they do kind of poof out like they do in the series, which is really cool. And then we have plastic boots, and they do have the split cut boot design. So far all of my ThreeZero figures do have that design, which is great. It really does help with articulation. And just looking at the boots, I mean, they don't have a ton of detail. You can see a lot of straps going on. You know, they could be a little bit better, but the nice thing is they do have like little splashes of dirt on them where they kind of tried to make them look a little bit used. Probably could have done a little bit better on that aspect, but at least they tried. Now taking a look at the articulation of the figure, we do have pretty good rotation here. He can look up pretty far and down really far. He does have a little bit movement here from the head to the neck, and then in the neck too. There's like the neck itself has a lot of movement. Arm articulation, very nice. Single bend at the elbow. Would have been really cool if we had a double bend there. And then there's a swivel here in the elbow, but not in the upper arm. And the wrist swivel. There's no crunch at all in the abdomen with the figure. Some swivel in the hips. A little bit of swivel in the thighs. Looks like a double bend on the knee. Spread out pretty far. Go forward really far as well. And then we do have that split cut boot. So we have the swivel and the rotation. Alright, really nice. So now while we get the figure into some poses and show them off to you guys, let's talk about some of the things that we like about the figure and some things that not so much. First thing that I really like about this figure is the head sculpt and the likeness to Peter Dinklage. I love the sculpted hair on the figure, and the details are there in the scars and the textures in the skin. Looks excellent. Second thing that I like is that the Hand of the Queen pin is magnetic, and it just sticks to the shoulder of Tyrion here, and it looks really good. You do have to be careful though, because it can be knocked off pretty easily, and it's such a small piece that you could lose this thing. Next thing that I really like about the figure is the clothing. ThreeZero does a great job on clothing. I think it feels great, it looks great, and the figure articulates well with the clothing on. So another great job by ThreeZero. Now for the things that we dislike about the figure, and this does not include the way Game of Thrones ended, although I am still a little salty about that, but that's another topic for another video. First thing that I'm not a big fan about is the paint application. I think the head sculpt looks great, but the skin tone color, it definitely doesn't stand up to Hot Toys quality. The skin looks more yellow and flat than opposed to a Hot Toys figure. On the hands as well. Just kind of, it's not bad, and I think it's good for what you're paying for, but still, it's not Hot Toys quality. Next thing that not a big fan of is, and this is nitpicky of me, but the hands, being that they're kind of one sculpt instead of individual fingers, they don't move very well. This is really just if I had to find something wrong with it, and I do, so that's what I'm picking. And finally, the price. I think this guy should be like $20 to $30 cheaper. He's half the size as a normal figure, and he does not come with a whole lot of accessories. The Jon Snow figure that we have and reviewed previously is only $10 more than this Tyrion figure. So I think you're getting a whole lot more with that figure, and I think this guy should be a bit more cheaper than that. Alright guys, let me know what you think about the figure. Let me know what you guys think about the ending of Game of Thrones. I would love to get in some conversations with you guys about that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.